you could come up through that way. On that ramp. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. This would be nice if we figure out this was not connected.
Shabbat Shalom. Let's take a nice deep breath of Shabbat air. Everyone breathe in. Who got outside on such a beautiful day? Our dogs were so happy to play outside. Of course, we just mulched the lawn. I don't know if you did it. You know, they're getting all over everything. Welcome to our very, very special service in honor of Earth Day, in honor of Ben Lieberman's bar mitzvah. He's got his whole mishpacha over here. And it is Blue Jeans Shabbat. And of course, I made the announcement and forgot to do it myself. Yeah. I knew that would happen. Anyone have a brain like that where in the moment you remember and like an hour later, what was I thinking of? But it's wonderful. We got our volunteer band here and our volunteer choir. It's going to be a terrific service. We're going to invite Bruce Chorus up. Yeah, come right up here.
Our volunteer past president. Shabbat Shalom. Welcome home, everyone. It's good to have so many people here on a beautiful Friday night. Hey, Ben, you okay with us doing your bar mitzvah in the parking lot tomorrow? All right, we won't. Actually, Sarah's was. That's right. Sarah's was during our park and play time. Anyway, as the rabbi mentioned, it's Earth Day. We have a lot of special stuff planned for the service this evening, so enjoy that. And a lot to think about on this year's Earth Day. There's a lot going on out there in the world. Some good, some not so good, but it's all a good time for us to take a step back and think about it. And speaking of thinking about it, I'm going to go think about the announcements, and I'll be back later. There's quite a few. Whoa. Hello. Hello, hello. There's a lot coming up, so again, Shabbat Shalom and welcome home.
You didn't even correct me. I think I said the welcome, right?
No, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Good. I got something going right. Just notice we've redesigned the sanctuary back to pre-pandemic. So this is amazingly the first time that we've had it like this since 2020. So it's kind of nice looking at the way this was the original design of our committee. And look how beautiful it came out. So nice to be together. And this will be the first bar mitzvah that we get to enjoy back in the old style. And Ben's sister Sarah had one of the first ones of the pandemic. So it's very fitting here. All right, I think we're ready for a song. Are we ready for a song?
Yeah.
I think God's counting on us for something, right? Okay.
This is all you need for this to sing along. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. And then when the chorus comes, I don't believe it's in your flyers, so hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, it's difficult, right? Hoping we'll all pull through, and then we end with me and you. So you'll catch on. Can we bunch up a little bit more? There we go. Yeah. Come on. All right. Song by Pete Seeger. We see things are not what they hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Yes, when drill, baby drill, turns to spill, baby spill, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Yes, when drill, baby drill, turns to spill, baby spill, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Don't give up, don't give in, working together we can always win. God's counting on me, try with us, God's counting on you. Don't give up, don't give in, working together we can always win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. When we work with younger folk, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When we work with younger folk, we can never, never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. One more time, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. How's it sound out there? Can you hear the singers? Can you hear the band? Can you hear the piano? Can you hear me? This is amazing. Okay. We're doing good.
We're going to turn to our candle lighting, which is on page 120. When we light candles, we make a promise to past generations that we will observe in the way that they did, and we make a promise to future generations. This is an important idea, especially on Earth Day. I'd like to invite up Ben and his immediate family, Sarah, Melanie, and Ian, if you'd like to come up. Come on, come on. This is the warm-up for the bar mitzvah. The candle lighting's page 120, and if one of you could light, and we'll bring Ben to the microphone. It's harder. You guys were involved in Scouts, Girl Scouts, yeah. Go with the safe one first. My my family, Ashir would always bring out the candles that won't go out for the birthday cake. Yeah, it's like the equivalent for Shabbat. So why don't you come in front of the microphone and lead us in the prayer?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechavineh shel Shabbat.
Amen. We're going to lift our Kiddush cup there. We're going to recite Kiddush page 123, and Ben's going to recite B'rei Priya God. Got it. Go for it. Smart. Smart, Sarah. I like that.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei
L'chaim. Do you want a drink? It's up to you. I don't know what Joanne put in there, so. Probably wine.
He's confused.
Well, I'll tell you about kosher wine a little bit. Mazel tov. I always used to say to all the B'nai Mitzvahs when they'd come up, this is kind of the test of see if they pass it. And Ben, you passed spectacularly. That was exactly the face you were supposed to make. So wonderful job. Well, we're going to turn to L'Chadodi, page 36. What do I got? 38. One page 138, we'll recite the first. Let me see. Is there a different? We're doing
So
it
this is
differently.
an unusual one. This is a brand new one by Joey Weisenberg of Hadar Rising Song Institute. We're going to start with the 8th verse and then sing a nigun, which is a wordless melody, lai lai lai, and then we'll go to Bawi Kala, the 9th one, and we'll face the entranceway and bow to the Sabbath bride. So this is called Lincoln's Nigun, and I will explain to you what the composer has to say about this. When Abraham Lincoln used to go out to inspect his troops, the men would stand in miles-long lines, opening to the right and to the left as he came through. The words of Yamin Usmol, which are the first two words of paragraph 8, right, or stanza, verse 8 of the Chadodi, also expresses the anticipation and finally the reception of another enduring hero, the Shabbat Queen. So, I hope you like this one. Yamin ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי על ידי איש בפרצי ונשמחה ונגיד לה הולך אדוני Lai, 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 join with me. Ya, la, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh, let's Boi v'shalom, ateret ba'olam, gam b'simcha u'v'tzolam, toch emunei am segula, boi kala, oh.
We remain standing for our call of community, page 146. Look at around our beautiful congregation. Each of you is unique and important to this occasion. 146.
La la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Everyone with me. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la la.
Let's read together at the top of 147. Every time, though, it says his or her or himself or herself, let's substitute their and themselves. There is one who sings the song of their own life, filling everything within themselves. There is one who leaves the circle of their self and sings the song of their people. There is one whose voice rings with the song of humanity, hoping for the highest perfection. And there is one who rises even higher, uniting with all creatures, with all worlds, filling the universe with song. Nivarech, let us bless. We continue standing on page 150, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תרבו מצוות חוקים ומשפטים אתה לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו וקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה ואהבתך התעשי ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל
152.
שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו Shake it, but it won't put up. Here we go. Shake it, but it won't put up. Lay a lamb by it. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu.
You may be seated. I'm going to invite up Ben Lieberman to lead us in the V'ahavta, page 154. And let's let him know we can lead with him. He doesn't have to do it by himself.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו לדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננת לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ולכתך וקשרתם עליות על ידיך והיו טוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי ויראיכם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוציא את ידכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Page 158, Michamocha.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha enam hakodesh, norati lo osefele, norati lo tosefele. Let's try with the eyes. Here we go. Kifatat noit Yaakov, Elon yad chazak mimbanu, Baruch atah Adonai, God Israel.
I invite you to rise for our silent Amida, our silent Tefillah standing prayer. It's on page 164. Take time between now and page 180 is the conclusion of the prayer for your own prayers or the Hebrew or English, whatever you choose. But take time to really reflect on your life and the life around us. And whenever you're ready, you may be seated.
we turn to our leaflet for This Pretty Planet. This pretty planet spinning through space, your garden, your harbor, your holy place. Golden sun going down, gentle blue giant, spin us around all through the night, safe to the morning light. This pretty planet spinning through space, your garden, your harbor, your holy place. Golden sun going down, gentle blue giant, spin us around all through the night, safe till the morning light. This pretty planet spinning through space, your garden, your harbor, your holy place. Golden sun going space, your garden, your harbor, your holy place. This pretty planet spinning through space, your garden, your harbor, your holy place. Golden sun going space, your garden, your harbor, spin us around. Golden sun going space, your garden, your harbor, a morning light. This pretty planet spinning through space, your garden, your harbor, your holy place. Golden sun going down, gentle blue giant, spin us around all through the night, safe till the morning light.
Those of you new to our community might have noticed that after a lot of the songs that the choir and cantor and the band are performing, we're going like this. This is sort of clapping, I think, in the deaf tradition, but it's our tradition so as we're not clapping in services. And so feel free to join after each one. We're going to turn our prayers, our attention towards those in need of prayer with our Misha Berach, our healing list. The prayer itself is on page 371. I'm going to read our list here. This is compiled, people calling in our office. If you have someone that you're thinking about, or if you notice someone that might need some special prayers for our list as a reminder for us as well, please just call in. After I read through our list, if you have other names you want to offer, just raise your hand and we'll go around through the community. As a community, we are thinking about Gary Bernstein, Richard Zyback, Dennis Epstein, Murray Ettinger, Carol Fisher, Sue Frank, Ida Frost, Maureen Furlong, Sam Golden, Freda Goldstein, Dick and Kathy Gordon, Esther Green, Heather Houston, Miles Levy, Savannah Lucas, Rick Mahler, Megan McEvoy, Jill Shire Monahan, Robert Posas, Aidan Raccoon, Maddie Riddensenberg, Karen Rosenfeld, Cheryl Rossi, Brandon Ryan, Jill Tarabasi, Robin Weinstein, Mike Wheeler, Bat Ami, Bat Shulamit, Yocheved Bat Esther, Miriam Bat Razel, Avram Ben Bat Rivka, and Chana Ezra Ben Shul, and Ruvain Ben Morris. If you have other names, just raise your hand.
Suzanne Clark, Steve Simmons, Kathy Bergen, Hagan, and Mickey Jezerowski.
Burkhart, Sheila Marie Long.
We'll bring all those names into our hearts again. The Mishaberach is on page 371.
To make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi Shem Beka Imotenu, Bekor HaBracha Lavotenu, bestows in all healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Complete healing of body and soul. If you could indulge me just for a minute to turn to page 150 in your Siddurim, in your prayer books. There's a line there which I love at the beginning. This is the part of the service around the Shema where we sing about love. Shema is some of our hardest words, so we have, and most important words, so we sing about love before it and after it. But the line, Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael, here it's translated, everlasting love you offered your people Israel. But you could also translate Ahavat Olam. Olam means everlasting, but it also means the world, the love of the world. I love how we can look into this, and I'll have to talk to Harvey later whether this is possible at all. But, you know, we can translate liberally here as a liberal congregation. So the love of the world is what Israel is about. That is what we do, is that we love the world, we take care of the world. Of all the people in this community, there's one that is most dedicated to this process and has really shared from his heart and soul about this. And he's going to share some words tonight. That's Joe Morris, who has been in charge of our environmental committee. Well, Joe, I'll bring you down. You want to come down here? Whatever's easier. Oh, do you want to stand here? Whatever's easiest. I'm not sure if you're... Oh, you already did, okay. All right, well, so Joe has done and taken leadership in this for so many years, and it's wonderful to hear his reflections here on Earth Day. I think it was maybe on the 50th anniversary of Earth Day that we got together, something like that.
For 1 minute, I'll put it on for you right now. Yes, it's on.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
No, it doesn't.
53 years ago, I participated in the first birthday celebration. I participated by leading a group of fellow intrepid Bronx campus NYU students on a street cleaning and block party. The idea was we were going to coordinate with the Department of Sanitation and clean up a street. Really clean it. I mean, not just garbage and all that stuff, but, you know, clean up a lot of things. It turned out it was a disaster. Turns out that the sanitation department, who was so supportive, decided that it wasn't going to allow any blankety-blank hippies show them up. So they did the cleanup the day before. It didn't matter that half of us were engineering students, but our hair was longer than a buzz cut, so I guess that put us into that category. However, for the rest of the world, the first Earth Day was very amazing. Over 20 million Americans and 200 million people across the world responded to Senator Gaylord Nelson's call to action. A 20 million person response, that's 10% of the American population. is no small matter. Earth Day is credited with the birth of the EPA and the Clean Air and Water Acts, and since then, Earth Day has not been quite as visible, but it still serves as a reminder that we are violating the Earth, its people, and its biosphere. I've written in my column about the Jewish texts that support the fight against climate change and destruction of the biosphere. There's Honi, the circle maker, who learns from an old farmer who is planting a tree whose fruit he'll never see, about the idea of paying it forward to our descendants. Or the Ecclesiastes Midrash that tells us of God's warning to Adam, that if humans damage or destroy their world, there will be no one to mend or repair it. Words of wisdom from our sages, an environmentalist living 1,500 years ago, who knew? But Judaism isn't alone in supporting tikkun olam, or repairing the earth. I'm going to mangle this, but I'm going to try. Mitakoye or Yasin. This is Lakota, for we are all related. The Lakota Indian tribe. It can also mean we're all connected. The Lakota are referring to everything on earth. People, animals, floras, river, lake, mountains, valleys, ocean, and the air. In other words, what the scientists call the ecosphere. They view that everything interacts and has an impact on each other, just like scientists do. One interpretation of that prayer is that it says, I wish goodness and peace for all. I will leave no one out. I pray for all, and all being all, not just people. Buddhists have a worldview that treat the mind and body, the self and environment, as inseparable. So it's inevitable that if we have impure thoughts and actions, we will also pollute the environment. In fact, most major religions support the idea that we have a responsibility to the earth and to God's creation. I've given you a sneak preview of my presentation tomorrow on science and spirituality. Fortunately for me, in my most recent forays here at Shir Shalom into Earth Day, back in 2017 and 2018, went a lot better. I didn't have to deal with the sanitation department, first of all. But I had a lot of help from Sarah Schultz from Temple Beth Zion, and she's also, until recently, the head of Sierra Club. And of course, Rabbi Alex and Cantor Arlene. This year, Sarah has taken the lead for Earth Day. And the event will be held at Temple Beth Zion tomorrow at 2 p.m. And for those of you who were at our 2018 celebration, this one will certainly surpass it. Sarah has connections into the community that I never had, and it's going to be really exciting. We have 28 organizations who will be represented with tables to provide information and a learning experience. Among the tables will be our own CSS Tikkun Olam team, the Sierra Club, other local environmental and social justice organizations, Native American artists, the African Heritage Food Co-op, and government organizations such as Erie County Sustainability Plan and NYSERDA. NYSERDA is a New York State agency leading the drive for sustainability and the fight against greenhouse gas emissions. There will be electric and hybrid vehicles available for you to look at in the parking lot. I know at 2018, at least one plug-in hybrid was purchased after it was seen at our Earth Day. And no, it wasn't me who bought it. So. We will also have union reps explaining job opportunities to support renewables and sustainabilities. There will be 6 talks in a separate room about land conservancy, energy efficient opportunities, social impact investing, the African American Food Co-op, and last but probably least, me talking on science and spirituality. There will be a kids zone with environmental activities from 2:45 to 3:15, an area set aside in the TVZ building. Our CSS Tikkun Olam table will also have some children's activities to do. There will be snacks available throughout the service. I know the pamphlet said that we were going to have an oneg, but we decided not to do that because it's too close to dinner. but there'll be food available all through the day. And then there is concluding healing service put together by Cantor Arlene, Rabbi Gutman of TVZ, and Sarah, with inputs from Rabbi Alex and me. The service will include an Iroquois drum and dance group. And what happened to my last page? Oh well. And Iroquois dance group, and then the cantor will be leading us and ending the service with Heal Us Now. So it's going to be a very exciting day. It's going to be a learning day, and hopefully it will also be a stimulating day and lead you a little bit towards spirituality. I wish I could say that. So I hope I see you all there tomorrow, and I thank you for your attention tonight.
A song by Peter, Paul, and Mary called Somos el Barco. It might be in your pamphlets. Yes. A beautiful sentiment of how all of our waters are related to one another. It flows into one another. And that each water, I'll help you set up two in a minute, Jay, because I want to give you this mic too, so we can hit the guitar too. And that each body of water touches land. And that you touch me in your way, and I touch you, and we touch the land, and we touch the water, and everything is contingent.
So with her host we set the sails and face the winds once more. And with our hearts we chart the waters, never sailed before. Everyone, somos el barco, somos el mar. Yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me.
We're going to rise.
That was his dad that just yelled out beautiful.
Beautiful solo, Jay. Or duet, I guess. Page 586, we rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהן, וגורלנו כחמונם. אנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591. You may be seated. We're going to turn to our Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. We are grateful to hold this space to people in mourning that are in our community right now. It is one of the most important roles that we serve as a spiritual community. We had a recent passing of Benny Berger. The funeral will be on Sunday at 11 over at Amherst Memorial. We also lost Sheila's friend Diana Robinson and Stephen Silver. On our Shloshim list from the past month, we remember Marlene Joseph, Aaron Munter, and Cameron Stokes. On our yard site list from years past, we remember Sam Arnovitz, Mitchell Benson, Julius Brodsky, Bernard Brown, Shirley Colbert, Miriam Corus, Mona Fetter, Zelda Feldman, Eva Lynn, Glory Fertig, Nathan Feugelman, Daniel Friedferdig, Maurice Gafter, Ethel Gerstel, Anna Gutman, Esther Karch, Ruth Kleiman, Beatrice Lewis, Joseph Malnikoff, Albert Mandekern, Rose Meyer, Elaine Olin, Gertrude Uli, Sarah Orlick, Abby Perlman, Harry Perlmutter, Samuel Rubin, Michael Rebecki, Martha Schneider, Milton A. Silverman, Samuel Slepian, Maury Sugar, Henry Ullman, Milton Weinstein, and Harry Weiss. Just want to point out Eve Lynn Glory Fertig was one of the most fierce advocates for the environment. How appropriate that we're reading her name on Earth Day. If there's other names that you have, just raise your hand. Mitchell Cronish. All those whose custom it is to rise, page 598, we'll recite together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'yalma divrach irte v'yamlik malchute, b'chayachon v'yamachon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agalau v'zman kariv yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach leolam omei omaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudasha b'rechu. Le'elamin kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlam rabba min shemaya, chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imru mav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony and high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world, and we say amen. You may be seated. Zikranam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. I'd like to invite up Bruce Corris again to offer the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom again. Meaningful. Every once in a while, there's a word you're looking for to describe our Shabbat service, and tonight's word is meaningful in so many ways. Thank you to the cantor, the band, the singers. Thank you to Rabbi Alex. Thank you to Joe Morris. It got you thinking tonight, didn't it? It got you thinking. There's so much going on in the world right now that we should be thinking about on this Earth Day. And tonight's service, I think, got us thinking about it. Just a meaningful service tonight. Speaking of meaningful, tomorrow morning, Ben Lieberman has his bar mitzvah, a very meaningful day for the family. Mazel tov to him and his family. Also tomorrow morning, we do have Torah study at 9 a.m. via Zoom. And then the Shabbat morning service and Ben's bar mitzvah will be at 10:30, and that's going to be via Boxcast, Facebook, and YouTube. Community Religious School will be held on Sunday. We're winding down. There's not that many more weeks left in the year. Thank you to everyone who supported and or volunteered our Shabbatas this past Tuesday. In the parking lot, while we were out there for Shabbatas, we had freezing rain, we had snow, we had sleet, we had hail, we had locusts, we had frogs, we had a few other plagues. It was something. But anyway, we had a very successful Shabbatas. Thank you to everyone.
You did good?
Yeah, we did very good. We sold out.
By
We
5:30, like usually?
Yeah, later than that, but good. Very successful day for us. It was worth standing out there in the snow and the sleet and the freezing rain and the hail. So our next one will be coming up on Tuesday, May 9th. Remember, if you pre-order, you save $1 and you're guaranteed of getting your dinner. The website will have all the details on that. During this month, our Tikkun Olam Committee is collecting food and personal item donations for the Amherst Little Free Pantry, which is a project of the Unitarian Universalist Church in Havara. Please bring a donation every time you come to temple to help us fill the bin to the rim. There are collection bins and baskets in the lobby near the coat room and in the Community Religious School. Thank you to Ganila Kester and Irene Sipos for hosting a Buffalo Corner reading series last night. Congratulations to our band member and board member, Tom Lansing, who ran the Boston Marathon this week for the second time. 26 miles. I get tired if I drive 26 miles. This was number 2 and number 5 for your son?
5 for my son.
He ran it with his son Kevin, so it was a cool thing.
We ran the same race.
Well, you ran the same route. You weren't exactly at the same pace. But anyway, mazel tov on that. That's very, very neat. We have more upcoming events in our service leaflet. We hope you will take one home with you for reference. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out to the rabbis at Cantor, Todd, who is back from Florida. He brought Tuesday's weather with him. He's here, I'm here. Joanne, if you need anything, we are here for you, of course. Please join us for the Oneg Shabbat, which is sponsored by Melanie and Ian Lieberman in honor of tomorrow's bar mitzvah of Ben, and it is also sponsored by Marwin Feldman in memory of his wife Zelda. 5th year Yortzeit tonight? If you would like to sponsor an Oneg, you're sitting right where, you're in her seat, aren't you? You're in her seat. If you would like to sponsor, yes ma'am. Huh? You're pointing. I don't read pointing. Oh, Ken, oh my God. You're right, thank you. I'm so sorry, Ken. Thank you, yeah, our piano man, Ken, thank you. Thank you, Joanne. You can just shout it out, that's okay. Anyway, if you'd like to sponsor an Oneg for a special event or any occasion whatsoever, talk to Joanne. She's happy to bake at any time. Shabbat Shalom again.
Shabbat shalom.
Sorry about that.
Well, he's part of the band, so he gets it covered. Are you saying something else? Oh, okay. All right, come on up, everybody. So we're going to end with "This land is your land, this land is my land." You don't need words for it, so that keeps your hands free to clap and, just move around and appreciate the music. We're going to start off with a little bit of Yiddish, kind of explaining the Jewish experience of coming to this land and being floored by it, so appreciative of the possibilities here in America. Das Land ist dein Land, das Land ist mein Land, von Kalifornien bis Ellis Island, von der Größe unseres bis der Breite Yamen. Das ist ein Land für mir und dir. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway Thank you, everyone, for participating.
Yeah, didn't
Thank
they
you
sound?
to our singers, aren't they
Yeah,
great?
didn't they sound great?
And our band and
That was a
Ken.
lot of work they put into that.
Thank you.
All right, then we're going to have you stand at your seat and have your family surround you. Is that okay? And I'm going to bring the challah down to you, and you'll all do it together. So stand up, all the Lieberman twins.
They look very comfortable.
All right, then let's take off the challah. Everyone surround him. Amen. As you came in peace, please leave in peace. Please return your sidurim, your prayer books to the front, minus the leaflet, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me. God's counting on you. When we look and we see things are not bar mitzvahs and something going on. So just about 3 different days that you can choose from. So I can't wait to decorate.